Hello, people. Welcome back to another intermittent episode of Payne Train. This one is all about Endgame, Avengers Endgame. Um, I'm gonna go through it fairly quickly, because if you've seen Captain Marvel, I think I made like 3, maybe 4 videos on Captain Marvel, and that film had much less importance than this one. So this is gonna be like probably a review thing of Avengers Endgame. I won't talk about it in too much detail because if you're watching this video, you've probably already seen it because spoilers, obviously. I think I've seen it 4 times now. I think it's been out 5 days, and I'm going to see it again this afternoon in about. I've just looked at my watch. There's no watch in about 2 hours ish. So yeah, and Avengers Endgame, fantastic film, cracking film. From start to finish, I love almost all of it. There are some little bits I don't like. A couple of things that bore me, but very small things for a very small percentage of time. I will do a deeper analysis of those things on a separate video, because I feel I want to talk about them because there's just a couple of things that annoy me. But overall, this film is fantastic. The overall plot is very engaging. It's interesting. It makes you want to carry on watching. Hello, you. The action, the characters, the story, I don't know if they're twists, but the things that would be considered spoilers are fantastic. Again, some people might like them, some people might not. Personally, I don't care either way. One of them did sort of have a later on effect. This is a really weird review. It's hard doing a simple review without going on to separate tangents because you could go on a tangent for almost every scene in the film. I could anyway. Basically, it's a massive throwback to the entirety of the past MCU with callbacks almost extremely frequently, hilarious callbacks. It's obviously, I'd say it's worth watching if you're an MCU fan, but if you're an MCU fan, you're gonna watch it. It's, I don't know if it's a great standalone film because, again, there are so many callbacks to previous MCU outings that if you haven't seen it, you're probably not going to understand a lot of what is going on. There's some fantastic character development, particularly for Nebula. I think, if I am correct, she has the most screen time of any female character, which most of it is great. There are a few bits with Thanos that I'm not particularly fussed about. But the main things in the film, the time travel, the way they explain it, I think it works. I've, again, watched it 4 times, going for my 5th. It's very confusing. I've studied Bruce's line, and I'm struggling to get my head around it. I'm hoping there'll be some kind of explanation in the future, either in film or a meta one from Kevin Feige, like they did with the timeline a few years back after Homecoming. Thanks for that, Rolo. Just nudge the wire, shake the cam. Great there. The main thing I want to say is the end, the third act, because for me, that I could watch over and over again, and at this point, I have. But as an MCU fan, the moment that really upped my energy, my enthusiasm, was the whole Cap is got his broken shield on his own, Thor's down, Iron Man's down, and the Thanos army is just in front of him. And it's just, Cap, do you read me? On your left. And then just the portals open, and just what I can only coin as the MCU army just comes through these Doctor Strange portals. Just everyone that was gone comes back, and it is army versus army, and it is just fantastic. Again, there's more I could talk about. The Cap on Cap scene, the going back to New York, they're both fantastic. the Morag, Vormir, and where else? Asgard. Less exciting, but Rocket. He shone through in the Asgard scenes for me, but the final showdown just it brings me out every time. Again, four times, go to fifth. It's gonna do the same again. It pumps me up because it is just a fantastic third act, which again, when it comes out on DVD, I will just probably watch on repeat for a few days. I loved the film. I'm really interested to see where they go from here. Again, I mean, I had this conversation with somebody on I think it was Facebook, that with Iron Man gone, Cap, Old Man, Thor's the only original one left, so it's going to be left to new people to take it forward. And we don't know whether it's going to continue to rise, plateau, or deep dive. And as I was saying, even if it does deep dive and it becomes shit, we still have Iron Man to Endgame as its own block, and those block of 22 or 23, I think it's 22, I should know this, 22 or 23 films are a decade that will live on forever. If it craps out now, it craps out now. Those 22 or 23 films will always be that good. It was a fantastic way to end it. Emotional. Finally had a death. Nobody wanted it, but the MCU needs it. Don't count Quicksilver, no offense. He hadn't built up a following. But we finally had big moments, big MCU shattering moments, I think. Now Iron Man's gone. It's definitely interesting to see where they go. I believe Thor will join up with the Asgardians of the Galaxy, which I don't like. I don't like the Guardians. You know, individually I think they might be interesting, but collectively I just don't really care. So going forward, you've got Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel. They're probably going to be the four main ones, and I don't know who's going to be the torchbearer. I know they've got Brie down and Captain Marvel, but I don't think that's enough. Captain Marvel is not an Iron Man. I think, honestly, personally, I would like it to be Doctor Strange because he has the knowledge. He doesn't have the world knowledge of Tony Stark, but he has the knowledge of the Sorcerer Supreme, which I think should be used to take it forward. Plus, he's sarcastic and he's funny and he's witty. And him and Wong are a good combo. So I think personally that he should be the one to lead the MCU going forward. But I think it's going to be Captain Marvel. One thing, you know what? I'll talk about that in my net. There are a few negative things about this film for me. Overall, fantastic, but I think because it's so long and they had to do so much, there were obviously going to be some drawbacks. Which again, I think there's like two main ones and a minor one. Also some plot holes, which I will also cover in the negative video about this film. But overall, absolutely loved it. I'd say recommend it, but again, as I said, if you're an MCU fan, you're gonna watch it, and if you're not an MCU fan, it's not gonna make much sense. So, love the film, gonna watch it a lot. Thank you for watching, guys. Any comments, please put them below. I love talking about this subject. It's pretty much that's sad. That's not true, but it's a lot of it. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Enjoy. Goodbye.